pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fantastic. At this time, can we have a roll call, please?
Chair Wrench.
Present.
Vice Chair Stanley.
Present.
Secretary Lance, present. Alderwoman Day may be late. Commissioner Remington.
Here.
Commissioner Malecki.
Here.
Non-voting member ex officio Leah is excused. And non-voting member ex officio Michelle Rente.
Here.
Kevin Schlater, not here. Principal Planner X. And Dale Borch.
Here.
Fantastic. This time I would open it up to the citizens' comments, but I currently do not see any, so skip that. I will jump to the approval of minutes for the last meeting that was in February.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against it? Awesome. Move on then. We'll move to unfinished business. Hey, may we have an update on parks maintenance, gentlemen?
Yes, we're just starting to get going and getting the parks ready for summer. Franklin Woods, we rebuilt some of the swings, like the tire swing. Everything's been changed on it except for the tire. So the knuckle on top, the new chains, all new parts. Was getting kind of worn, and new wheels on the merry-go-round. Some other miscellaneous swing parts over there. I noticed it was busy over there at Franklin Woods, Kayla's Playground over the weekend because the people are starting to park on the grass. I know if I don't get the no parking signs up in time, the first warm day they're all parking on the grass, so I missed it this year. So I have been getting it previous years, but I missed it this year. So anyways, Vernon Barg and Ken Wendell, we put up some new practice plywood on the tennis courts because it was rotting. So that's new. I just had to put the stripes on those. Yeah, in general, started spring cleaning of the parks, getting them ready for summer. And just to note, the Historical Society's going to put up a new sign. Jim Lucky's working on buying a new sign. The other one's getting kind of rotted. The posts are rotted, so that'll be.
Is that over here?
Yeah, we'll put that up for them. He's going to buy the sign, and we're going to put it up.
Alliance.
So that's about it. Any questions?
Actually, I'm wondering if you're talking about the right place now. I was at a couple parks. Aren't there big cracks in the courts at Pleasant View? Yeah,
Well,
I'm sure it's Pleasant View. In the courts. Big
Tennis
cracks.
courts.
In the tennis courts. Still,
Yeah.
well, there's two tennis courts there, and the east one, from a couple of years old, there's been cracks in it. So I don't know if it wasn't built right or what, but there's a lot of water stains on that one. So there's I don't know what all the problems are, but yeah, that's a problem court. That's one of the worst ones we have.
The drainage?
Yeah, that's probably part of the issue. Yeah, I think it was built too low, or it's settled.
Was redone on them too?
Was that?
Surface was redone on them also. Wasn't it?
No, Pleasant View is probably.
Pickleball. We're brand new, Bill.
They're probably about 8 years old, I would think. And the east ones, like I said, the east one had cracks in it real quick, within a couple of years it seems. And there's puddling, and we try to scrape, try to get the water away from there, and it doesn't seem to be helping. The west court isn't as bad, but east court's it's got water stains. I don't know if you take a look at it. I have been trying to caulk the cracks in fall. I didn't get to all of them this year, but I don't know what else. It's a problem. I mean, Workman,
I just noticed that.
Jack Workman Park is the worst one, and then probably Ken Wendell is one of the better ones, and then the other ones are kind of in between. So takes a lot of money to redo them. So I don't know.
When do you guys open up the courts for the season?
Typically, we have to. I think we shoot for April 15th, but it's usually before that. We usually have them open from April 15th to October 15th, and if the weather's permitting, it'll be more than that.
And you said April to when?
April 15th to October 15th. That's what I've always worked by, but every year we open them early and close them late, so people are coming back. I mean, today I was at Vernon Park. Several people came up to me and said, "Can I play out on the courts?" Not yet, but we'll try to get them open.
Still gonna get snow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world if it snows and the nets are up. So as long as people are using them, we can get them up.
Thank you. Is your cousin not joining us tonight?
He took a day off of work today,
Awesome.
so I told him to take the night off too. So
Probably earned it.
he works hard. I don't know if you guys pay attention to what Kevin does, but he's super loyal to the city and he does a great job. So I'm glad he's taken off.
I just want to note the work of DPW cleaning up our street after our water main break at 2:15 in the morning. So the water crew came and DPW came and cleaned up. And
Oh, we did, or the
Yeah,
water department did.
well, the fire department showed up and then water crew showed up and they had our water back on, repaired back on, and then concrete poured, and the street cleaned by DPW. And then they were out there cleaning yards and our neighbor's yard and stuff like that. So it was impressive. You guys did an amazing job. DPW, water and sewer. Yeah, really did a nice job.
Good to hear.
And it was a geyser. I mean, it was. We were bailing water at 2:30 in the morning, helping our neighbors out.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was landing on the roof, and
Oh, wow.
rocks were, hitting their house. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. But it was nice to say that Franklin cleaned up, and you were very well done. So kudos to the city of Franklin.
Awesome.
I'll let those guys know. I wasn't involved, but.
We'll move on to B. Park marketing materials.
Yay. Last week we were talking about that park rental brochure thing. I updated it and stuff. I did do that one page, with the policy, the rules policy thing. I just wanted to run it by you guys. Here it is, right here, that one page that it was like, with the bounce houses and that,
Yeah.
so I took that out and I put in with the craft things, that it ruins the table, so I put that in. I think we more so had that at that Franklin Park or whatever, at your park, with the craft projects there, because there's more kids there usually.
That and Pleasant.
Right. So I had it mentioned, at those parks more so, and not at the other parks, but I think we're
Right.
going to do it at all the parks, right? That's what the intention was on that.
To get signs up at all the parks?
Well, I think that's what you
Yeah.
wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's what it says now. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I kind of spelled it out why we're doing that, because it damages the tables. So whatever you want to do with that, then that's spelled it out or whatever. And if you want to pass this down, this goes to Marion. This is all my files. Yay! It's done on a Mac. It doesn't have to be, but it's done with InDesign, Illustrator, and all those things. I don't know if you have those things. you need to have the same fonts.
Yep.
I don't know if you will.
I don't know if there's a Mac in City Hall, but I think that Lisa might have lines there, so.
But what it is in there also is the PDFs are all in there and stuff. So
Okay.
there's low res PDFs and high res PDFs. So whatever you want to do with those, so they are now yours. Everything that I did. So it is all there. So that flies.
Thank you.
So everything. So if you want to, yeah, everything should open up as a PDF. And if it's kind of newer, it's 2024 or 2025, and I have everything in there, all the old stuff, new stuff. So.
Awesome. We'll take a look.
All right, if you can't open it, just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? One time I wasn't here. When we went in this room, did you ever try listening to stuff in this room? It's
Yes.
horrible.
It is.
It is. Someone should come and fix the sound system in here because I couldn't even hear you. And you were running the meeting, and I'm like going. It was absolutely horrible. It was like all chopped up. Like you said one word, and then it was.
I just told her that last month, that little recorder did better.
That did much better than whatever's happening here. Yes, this is horrible. And just to let you.
Can I ask, is somebody going to post this then online?
I am gonna check with Lisa about doing that. Yeah. So.
And it's on that thing. There's a low one and a high one. PDF version for you to do that. And you can always just call me and let me know or text me. So. If you can.
Thank you. We'll move to letter C, park signage.
Do you want to pass around your computer, Shelley? Are you able to do that?
I think that's D.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I just have C as park signage and then D is Saputo donation sign.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Karen, were you going to bring?
Yeah, that's all on that disc there too. Everything, all the signage on everything, even those new ones that I made up. So if Dale needs it or somebody, it's all there. You guys didn't seem thrilled with them, so I didn't continue working.
You're talking the. I like that.
Yeah, but they didn't seem.
So are we not doing anything then with signage?
I don't know. It was just an idea.
Who's they?
W.
Are they the signs that were replaced with us?
Yeah. So they're all on the disc there. You can look at them.
It's a good starting point. I think we had discussed better location, right? From where the kiosks were. Wasn't that part of the conversation too?
What kind of feel they were going to?
Right. I think that delayed it a little. But yeah, great starting point for when we do get to them.
So should we bring it back when Marion can show it on the computer so we can talk about if we're going to move forward with it or not? I just think it is going to fall off the radar if we don't.
Sure.
I agree.
Put it back.
Leave it on.
That's all we have for C. Move to D. Franklin Rec Department. Oh, you've got.
The agenda is different than that.
Okay.
So
Oh, sorry.
D is Saputo donation.
Okay.
So last time I shared the mock-up for the Saputo donation, and Dale, you had mentioned that we should enlarge those letters for legacy. So I went back, and they did. So unfortunately, I didn't attach it when I ran. So on the left is the new one.
Folded them.
Yeah, they bolded them a little bit more.
Who is the one? Who are you talking?
Lake Country Court.
They just
Lake
did the
Country
legacy.
Court.
They were thinner before, so they,
Yeah.
Sure.
they
So-
folded them.
And that's still going to be like beveled in, right? It's going to be
Yeah,
engraved
yeah,
with the legacy
yeah.
up.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks much better.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's just a little thicker.
I just thought this would be too thin.
Yeah.
So which
Although
is the right one?
the one on the left is the new one. It's a little thicker. The one on the right was the old one. See how legacy
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just
yeah,
folded
yeah.
up a little bit.
Yep.
Jeff had no concern about the original, but he had no problem just, making it a little thicker. And I sent it over to Saputo. They said it was fine. So all we need from Commissioner Day, did you have
so-
or Alderwoman? I should call you Alderwoman Day.
All good.
And
Courtney works
Commissioner.
just perfect. Yeah, so this is my last email from Danielle Brown, who's our Director of Finance. She apologizes for not being able to get it on the agenda on the 4th, but it will be a budget amendment on the agenda for next Tuesday for the council to vote on moving that 300 and some odd dollars over for it. So she said, go ahead to move forward with the company, tell them it's a go, and they can just invoice the city if that works,
Okay.
and then we'll be good to go.
So, do I need to have just City of Franklin invoice? Not a particular department or anything? Franklin?
I can double check with Danielle tomorrow, but
Okay.
but yeah, I'll find out who to make it out to. But yeah, if they can just invoice the city,
Yeah.
we'll have the funds moved over next Wednesday
Perfect.
after council.
Yeah. As far as delivery, I know when we had the donation signs, I know that Jerry had drove up and sign. I'm willing to drive up and pick up the sign. Well, is that okay? I'm not breaking any rules with Franklin, am I?
Do you need us to pick it up? I mean,
No,
you-
I mean it'll fit in my car.
You want? I mean, we can do it too if you like.
I'm good with it. Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll order it and pick it up and have Dale install it. No, I draw the line.
Follow it through to the end.
Just don't drive on the grass.
Did you ever
Don't drive
decide-
on the grass.
No, can I drive the truck? As long as I can get
Not
the
my
orange truck,
truck,
like
though.
the City of Franklin truck.
Did you guys decide where you're gonna put it yet?
I thought we were going to talk
We
about
were
that
going to do
at
it
the
on our park
tour.
tour.
Oh, on the park tour.
And then once we figure that out, then we'll have kind of a ribbon cutting. So we'll have the dignitaries come and do a photo op, and you all be affected as well as.
Oh, so they'll do a little ceremony.
Yeah, I think it's only right. Thank you.
We'll move on to, I guess it's D or E, Franklin Rec Department pickleball amenities request.
Ms. Bose wasn't able to attend this evening, so she has some stuff that she needs to drop off with the rec department. Questions.
Okay.
Can I ask, is the bin, it wasn't really answered at the last meeting, is the bin going to be moved over or is it staying at Vernon Park?
I don't know. I just kind of do what I'm.
But by, I
I think that bin. I mean, it's a little. It's gonna dent it up, and I mean, it's.
it is, but they'll need something to store. There's rosters, there's a broom that they use to sweep off leaves, or if there's just a little wetness that they can sweep off, and
Extra pic-
lost and found, extra paddles for people. So they need something. And and I don't think it could happen this year, but my husband and I were thinking of going to the high school to see if their wood shop, if they have a wood shop class or something, if they could build a shed. I don't know or if the city has any extra bins or sheds or any of that stuff, but I know they'll need something.
No, we don't have anything, so we have to. I mean,
If we got someone to let's say they made a shed, would you guys install it? Would that be, we don't want to go and pursue it if the city's going to say, no, you can't have a shed there.
A room inside the building?
What building?
Aren't you talking about Burn Dark?
No,
It's a little bin. It's a bin.
Lions Legend, the new pickleball courts, to
Oh,
have
new
a bin
courts. Okay.
near the new
Yeah,
court.
yeah.
All right, the bin that's at Vernon Park, that's big enough for what you need then?
Well, we'd like something bigger, but that, we would at least need that until we could get someone to build us a shed, if the city would say it's okay. But the city would have to probably, I don't even know if they would say, no, we don't do anything like that. But Shelley, you mentioned at one meeting that the high school, they're looking for some projects sometimes.
I guess I can talk it over with Kevin and see what he thinks, but,
Okay. I doubt that it would happen this year as far as the shed, so they will need something in the meantime.
okay, we'll talk about that and see if we can find a place to put it. I mean, the way it was designed, I don't know if there's a piece of concrete that it's big enough to put it on and still, there's basically just sidewalks around the thing. I don't think there's any bigger piece of concrete, so we might have to pour a piece of concrete, so.
What about sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
what about like a out?
That's. I don't think that's much of a project.
Building a shed?
Oh, a shed. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if that's the right thing in the park there, so I don't know.
Isn't there storage in the band shell?
Oh, if we'd have a key. I don't know what's there.
Oh, yeah.
Is that close enough? I mean,
Well, it's better than us having to go back over to Vernon Park and drag everything and then,
okay, well,
If
that's
that-
a good idea. Yeah,
Talk to Kevin about it. I mean,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know
Well,
what's in there.
so you're gonna,
Right? I'm like,
well,
I don't know what we keep in there.
Yeah, who uses it?
The rec department had made an offer to purchase the windshields and something else. What was it? Oh, the paddle
holders.
holders. But you said the windshields were already purchased, right? So it would just be reimbursement for that?
And not Marion, I talked with Leah because I picked something up and she said at the last meeting the invoice should be sent to them. When I spoke with her about a week ago, it has not been sent. So if is somebody able to send the invoice to Leah?
I'll talk to Kevin about that. I don't know. It's always a problem getting us reimbursed for just the mechanics of it is a problem. So I don't know why it is, but I'll have to find out. But whenever we buy something and someone has to reimburse us, it's always a big deal. So I'll check into that. I'll talk to
Okay.
Kevin and
I just know that, we've been talking about that the rec hasn't been paying for any maintenance or any items, and they're
The reason
asking
why
for
I
the
brought it up
invoice.
was perhaps we could ask them instead to buy like a Rubbermaid bin for storage would that be doable? Instead of purchasing what we already
Well,
have.
they said they're gonna check into the band shelter for us to store some things in there. It's not that far away,
the only thing with the band shell is the lock sets use our keys, so we would have to change a lock set for someone else to get in there. We wouldn't want to leave it open because
No.
kids hang around
Yeah.
back there. So okay, we got to talk about. I'll talk to Kevin about that too.
so you're gonna talk to him about the invoice and where we can, the bin?
Yeah.
Does the bin belong to the rec department?
I don't know where it came from Ken Wendell.
I think we bought the bin originally. Yeah, I moved it once from Ken Wendell to Vernon Bard, but then someone broke the locks on it, so I kind of I put some hasps on there, and it's not my greatest work, so I don't know if it's something I want to bring over to a brand new football place. So that's why
Well, if we can bring
maybe
this,
it would be just buying a new one. That's what I would do.
So that's why I'm recommending, what if we ask the rec department to purchase a new bin instead of buying something that the city already.
it would be kind of, I don't know what the cost was for the windscreens versus what a bin would
Right.
cost.
Yeah.
Or a little shed.
I believe the windscreens. Let me think. I think they were around $1,500-$1,600, but don't quote me on that. I can't remember. But
And,
I'll get the.
and a shed could cost that much, about that much. Well, if we could, we're gonna need someplace when it opens in April, they're gonna need something. Well, I don't know if it needs to be on next month.
I'll talk to Kevin about it, and I can whip something up pretty quick. So,
Okay.
So the windscreens with the invoices, the bin, a new bin possibly, or moving the other one, and or possibly using the band shell for storage.
And installing paddle
Yeah,
holders
those paddle holders
that they're
she was-
purchasing. The rec, the
Did she send email with pictures of those? I don't know, but
It was in the previous packet.
yeah, and they get installed, I believe, on the outside, inside. I don't remember, but they would need you all to.
But we put the windscreen on the inside, so they're going to have to be on the outside.
Okay.
usually
But
outside
they get
because you don't want people walking
permanently
with their paddle.
Attached. They're metal.
Yeah, as long as they're heavy duty enough, because
Yeah.
you know, we really can't protect them, even if we lock the gates. If they're on the outside, they're
If they're bolted on, well, you only hope that no one would be pulling on them. I guess the only other thing would be, and it was brought up at the last meeting, is about putting the sign when the courts are reserved. I don't know if there's one up.
I'm using those for the I got a notice at the Pleasant View Park for the burn to warn people, and I'm using all of them over there right now. So once it gets closer to pickleball time, I'll
Okay.
bring them over here and put the right schedule in there.
Have they done the control burn yet?
No. But as the sign reads, they could do it any time in March or April, and there's going to be little notice. That's kind of the information that we wanted to tell the people that are in the park.
Do they close the park then that day?
Yeah, we're going to close it. The parking lot will be closed, and the whole park will be closed, and the walking trails. Everything will be closed.
Is it a one-day burn?
I'm not sure if it's going to take more than one day or not. I'm not sure exactly which parts they're doing.
Expanded those trails a lot,
Was that?
just lately.
What?
You expanded those trails.
Yeah, they wanted wider fire breaks, so they asked us to cut those trails wider.
We'll move to letter E, 2025 meeting schedule.
This is here so you can select parks for the tour of parks. I believe you made it clear that you wanted to go to Kayla's, but if there are other parks that you think would be important.
I would like to make a suggestion of Victory Creek Special Park, unless it's burning, that we be able to go and view that area. And if it is the time when the prescribed burn is happening, then we would go to Pleasant View instead. And then also Lions Legend for the pickleball courts, and Kayla's for the new floor and the sign placement.
Didn't we go to Pleasant View last time?
We did to see the pavilion, but I'm talking about, I'd like to go see the Victory Creek Special Park, which is the area that's scheduled to be burned.
Yeah, it's immediately west Pleasant View Park.
Right.
Oh, okay,
So
I
we
didn't
can-
know that.
It would be an alternate. If you're burning it, then we would go see Pleasant View and check out those cracks, I guess.
I don't think they're gonna burn it on the weekend, so if we're doing this on Saturday, it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh. So then we usually go to 3?
3 or 4.
Kayla's, Victory Creek, Lions Legend, and Pleasant View?
I would elect to see lines because we go there.
You've got the new courts. Or
We can.
Have we ever gone to Kinwindle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wendell.
Leaving the-
Any other suggestions? In lieu of?
You can look at the new.
Okay.
I'd like to go to the water. Not allowed there yet, I guess.
No.
Not yet,
Not
but that's
yet.
a great idea.
And I'd like to see the land that was purchased.
Yeah, me
prior
too.
to for the west part.
Yeah.
That would be.
Do that for.
It's a hard walk back.
So that
And I
is
can-
Southwest Park is that new one? And what's the other one when it's open, the water tower?
Water tower.
Okay.
Is the water tower up yet?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know if it's finished.
The tower is built
It's a base.
it's built low and they
Right,
didn't
and
raise
then
it
you
yet.
raise it.
Right.
Oh, they raise it up?
I don't know what they're waiting for.
Water.
Water main break,
Yeah.
it's all gone now.
Next to line.
I think we had picked a date too, Mike, when we were gone
Okay.
for the tour.
It was the
And-
17th.
17th, and we wanted to invite the new commissioners from the Environmental Commission over with
17.
May.
May.
Two, I thought.
Two? Maybe two.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Probably
What?
Vote them out.
Awesome. Looks like we have no new business. Other than that, last night for Karen, so thank you.
Oh, yeah, Karen, we're gonna really miss you.
You can have my big
You
bag
can take it with you.
papers. I don't know what underneath.
You got multiple.
Keep coming.
Oh my
who's this
goodness,
person.
that's
Oh,
history.
this is a real one. Yay!
Oh gosh, that's
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure working with you guys.
Thank you for all that you've done.
Yeah.
Yay!
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
You've done so much.
I wish we could have done more together. All right.
Excellent. Thank you.
Take care, you guys. Wish
Thank
you well.
True.
Next
You should
meeting
make
is
the motion to adjourn.
next meeting is April 14th. Do you want to make the mission?
I'll be maybe in the audience.
Awesome.
There you go.
Awesome.
Causing some.
Come.
Excellent. Would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I will make the motion to adjourn. Yay.
Give it a second.
Second hit.
Awesome. Let's go home. Everybody in April.